Dive into the betting numbers here for this Vikings and Rams wildcard weekend finale on Monday night. It's going to be a good one, as the Minnesota Vikings right now are currently a 2.5-point road favorite. That's where it stands. But you look at earlier in the week how this has been bet. This number dropped to 1.5, even got down as low as 1 at some sports books, depending on where you shop. But once this game was officially moved out to Arizona, we saw those low numbers at 1.5, even 1, get bet back up to 2.5, and that's where it has remained. Public has been betting this matchup up to this point. It's been all Minnesota, as 68% of the bets at DraftKings on Minnesota minus 2.5, 60% of the bets at Circa out in Las Vegas also on Minnesota laying the 2.5. As far as the money is concerned, the handle also all over the Minnesota Vikings. 60% of the money line bets at DraftKings taking the Vikings to win this matchup outright. However, there is value in a fade the public type spot to take the Rams here, and the data backs it up. When you look at dogs that are 3-point underdogs or less in the wild card round going back to 2017, their record against the spread, 15-1 in those 16 instances. 15-1. Pretty strong argument to take the Rams here tonight on Monday. Now, something to keep an eye on is how will this game be bet leading up until kickoff, right? Just hours before kickoff, we always see a ton of bets being placed and submitted. Will this number possibly get bet back up to the key number of 3? That would signify bets coming in on the Minnesota Vikings. Or could this number be bet back down to 2, dare I say even 1.5? That would obviously signal the opposite, that people are hammering the LA Rams right before kickoff. One more factor that's being discussed is the rest versus fatigue. You look at the Week 18 matchups that both of these teams had in the regular season finale. The Rams had the luxury to rest starters in a meaningless matchup against the Seattle Seahawks, and we all know what went down with Minnesota as they had a battle with the Detroit Lions for the 1 seed, and they failed, losing that matchup. Now they're on the road out in Arizona.